Hey filmmakers and film fans, welcome back to Ben on Film. Today we're answering a fascinating behind the scenes question: how many editors typically work on a movie? You might think it's a one-person job, but the reality is far more complex. Let's break it down from indie films to Hollywood blockbusters. First, let's talk about what editors do. Film editors are responsible for piecing together the raw footage into coherent stories, working closely with the director and refining pacing, tone, and emotion of a film project. It's not just cutting and splicing, it's storytelling in its purest form. Editors help shape the movie into what we see on the big screen. On indie films, budgets are tight and the crew is small. In most cases, a single editor handles the entire project, and I will tell you, for me and for many independent filmmakers, I am the editor just as much as I am the director. The editor may also wear multiple hats, like an assistant editor, sound editor, or even visual effects artist, depending on the scope of the project. It's a lot of work, but indie filmmakers are often thriving on the collaboration and the multitasking. For mid-budget films, it's common to have one lead editor and one or two assistant editors. The lead editor oversees the creative process, working with the director to craft the story. Assistant editors handle the technical tasks like organizing footage, syncing audio, and creating rough assemblies. This setup allows the lead editor to focus on creative decisions while the assistants handle the groundwork. On large-scale productions, editing is a team effort. You'll often find lead editors, sometimes multiple editors, sharing a creative workload, especially for films with intricate plots or large amounts of footage, think Star Wars or Marvel movies. And assistant editors, a team of assistants managing footage, organizing dailies, and preparing scenes for the lead editors. You'll also find specialized editors that are like visual effects editors, focusing on integrating CGI and effects into the film seamlessly, and dialogue editors who polish the spoken word for clarity, and music editors who work on syncing the score with the visuals. For a massive blockbuster, the editing team can include 10 or more people, each specializing in a specific area. For animated films, the editing process starts early, sometimes even before animation begins. Editors cut together storyboards, animatics, and voice recordings to create a rough version of the film. Because of this, animated movies often require multiple editors and assistants to manage the unique workflow. The number of editors on a film really depend on several factors. There's the complexity of the story. More characters, locations, and effects mean more editing work. There's also the deadline. Tight schedules often require more hands on deck. And the budget. Bigger budgets allow for larger teams. Think of editing a movie like assembling a puzzle, but in a lot of ways, emotional scarring. More complex than a puzzle. The more pieces you have, the more people you might need to put it together. Here are a couple of examples of editing teams in action. In Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Marianne Brandon and Mary Jo Markey shared editing duties with additional assistants for handling effects-heavy sequences. In Avengers: Endgame, Jeff Ford led the editing team, supported by a large group of assistants and specialists. And in Mad Max: Fury Road, Margaret Sixel, the lead editor, worked with assistants to handle the film's intense and fast-paced sequences. These films highlight how teamwork in editing can make or break a production. Whether it's one person or a whole team, editors are the unsung heroes of filmmaking. They take raw footage and transform it into the stories that we love. So what do you think about the editing process? Are you more of a solo artist, or do you love collaborating with a team? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching Ben on Film, and we'll see you in the next episode.